Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our Thursday weather update recorded August the 3rd. And the cold change we had around New Zealand on Wednesday, it's already starting to melt away and move out to the east, thanks to this big high and the windy nor'westers that are coming in behind it for some of you in the south. So some of you down around Southland and Otago that had snow yesterday will have double-digit daytime highs in the next couple of days as a result of this slightly warmer change. Still a bit cold in the North Island and certainly a risk of some frosty weather around over the next couple of nights as that big high starts to roll on in. But there's windy weather in Australia yet to come through. This is the next 48 hours covering the rest of Thursday, Friday and into early Saturday morning. And this stormy system here, just like the last one that came into New Zealand, is also going to come out towards the country. I've got to step off the screen here a bit. But as you can see, the winds around New Zealand aren't actually too bad. So these stormy systems are moving towards us, but then kind of dropping down into the Southern Ocean, which is good news. So temperature-wise, well, that windy weather in Australia is boosting the temperatures up at the moment. Look at this, the dark red. That's over 8 degrees above normal for today compared to what is normally recorded at this time of the year. And you can see that occurring again into Friday. But there is a cold change sweeping in from the west. Now in New Zealand for today, that colder change lingering. That's why the North Island feels colder than usual. But look at the South Island already bouncing back to warmer than average. And then you get into Friday and all of New Zealand, the entire country, is either average or above average. No one's below normal tomorrow temperature-wise as a result of that westerly change coming in. So yes, there is still a little bit of snow around for the next 3 days, but this snow is above 800 meters for the most part. Down here in the South Island, it's just going to keep lifting up more and more. These are snow flurries on the Kaikoura ranges, and there'll still be a few snow flurries in the southern North Island as a result of the colder airflow for you, but that will fade away very quickly over the next couple of days. So here we are on Friday. Most of that snowy stuff we just showed you is between now and lunchtime tomorrow, because by tomorrow, the showers that you see there, they get pushed further east. That's a powerful high, 1039. That's about as big as they get for this time of the year normally around us. They can get up to 1045, even 1048 sometimes as we go through August and September. But at the same time as those big powerful highs start to form, the Southern Ocean has its biggest lows of the year. So there's a lot of air pressure gradient, and that's usually why spring is so windy. So we're starting to see the big highs now, but their placement isn't quite what you would expect with El Nino. That's why you're still seeing all these easterlies and showers for Eastern Australia. And up in the tropics around Fiji and New Caledonia and Vanuatu, plenty of rain there for the next couple of weeks coming up. Again, not normally typical with El Nino. But here in New Zealand, the westerly winds are a little more like El Nino. It's not yet showing up as our Climate Watch update said yesterday, but another cold front comes into the south here, somewhat connected to that stormy weather in Australia. But by Saturday, it's gone. High pressures in control. Couple of showers here still lingering in the east and maybe coming into the Coromandel Peninsula or Great Barrier Island, maybe even the eastern side of Northland. Generally speaking, though, Saturday is a cold or frosty start, and then a mostly sunny, dry day on the way, although cloudy weather will linger in the east. And the westerly change sweeps through that corner there of Australia and then sweeps over the lower South Island on Sunday. So again, another burst of warmer, windier weather, but that's the next cold front, and that arrives into the lower South Island later on Sunday. So by Monday, that cold air moves northwards. That blue line you see, that's showing that the cold air is not just on the surface, but taking a bite out of the atmosphere, which means it's a proper cold change coming in for the South Island. The North Island, typical sou'westers, a few showers, still mostly dry in the areas that need the driest weather the most, like Hawke's Bay. A couple of showers here, that's on the western side. And over in Aussie, there's easterly winds driving in showers for you again and carries on into Tuesday as well. Again, this is not normal with an El Nino setup, which is why El Nino has not been announced by the Bureau of Meteorology or NIWA in our part of the world, simply because the pattern for El Nino is not yet showing up, which means we've got this sort of unsettled weather pattern carrying on. And Tuesday next week, again, on the outer edges of high pressure, you know, even though they're saying El Nino is not showing up, this sure looks a lot like El Nino for New Zealand, just the way the high pressure is out further to our west and we're on the edges of it. So starting to show up a little more, but still not officially with us. More details in our Climate Watch video about that. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow with our next weather video as we head in towards the weekend. We'll see you then.